Hi, friends. This reflection's for the fourth Sunday of Ordinary Time, and yes, I'm kind of matching the priest today with this green color, and while at the same time I'm sporting my hometown team, the Eagles, who are uh, are most likely a lock for the Super Bowl. I don't know what all the chants for them spelling the Eagles were for, or all the yelling and the fireworks here in Philly, the helicopters that were hovering around my house, but yeah, I think it's an exciting time to be from Philadelphia these days. Hence my name, the Catholic Philadelphian. Well, let's talk about the fourth Sunday of Ordinary Time, shall we? So, if we're going to be fools for Christ, as we were reminded in the letter to Corinthians that was chosen for this Sunday, we might as well follow the Beatitudes. And honestly, I think now is the time to do so. Because if you look at what has been unfolding before our eyes, churches being vandalized, pregnancy centers attacked, a Catholic family man is on trial for protecting his son from someone acting like a predator towards minors. The LGBTQ, whatever the other letters of the alphabet they want to use, are trying to force us to accept the lifestyle. Heretics that wear the Roman collar claim that they're in God's work. They want us to obey, especially during the near occasion of sin. If Jesus was alive today, he wouldn't have it. I can assure you he would do another Sermon on the Mount and remind us, why do we have these 8 Beatitudes? Sometimes you may want to count one more to it. If you read the gospel reading, you understand. If you know, you know. But as St. Paul reminds us, we are called to be fools for Christ, so we can shame the wise. Now, let's not take this literal. I think in our culture, we are surrounded by people that think they know everything. They're a bunch of know-it-alls. Every now and again, we do not have the answers ourselves. And sometimes we can be put in a bad position when people ask us that. Recently, I saw Mark Houck go on trial. And I remember that when he was questioned by the prosecution, I remember Mark on that stand. He was saying there was a spiritual battle. And this prosecutor probably has no faith whatsoever, or have no knowledge whatsoever about the Catholic faith. Keeps attacking him to try to break his character. Let alone the fact he was persecuted enough by the Justice Department, trying to make an example of a loving father who has 7 kids to provide, and he's trying to attack this character and everything. And there were people that came to his aid. What I saw that day is someone that exemplified the Beatitudes, and he has done it so well. Like him, we are going to face trials in our lives. We will be persecuted for God's name. There will be times that we will have to detach ourselves from the world. There will be times that we will have to confess to have God create a clean heart for ourselves. There are going to be times that we have to, not be above, but sometimes we have to ground ourselves. And it does take a lot of maturity and humility to do so. There will be times where we have to break up, quarrels, work to, be peacekeepers, and at the same time, peacemakers. These 9 Beatitudes are the blueprints that we must, are the guides that we must follow in order to answer our call and accept the invitation to be saints in these hard times. Every generation has brought us great saints. Now is the time to raise them up. No one said it was going to be easy. But if you are willing to make the kingdom of heaven yours, follow the Beatitudes. If you are willing to go down the hard path, follow Jesus. If you want to be a saint and you don't know where to start, the Sermon on the Mount is a great way to follow it, let alone the 10 Commandments. Both of them are equally important in our faith journey. So friends, are we ready to make the kingdom of heaven ours? Are you ready to be a fool for Christ while shaming the proud and those that lack a moral compass? Now, I'm not suggesting you shame people, like, literally shaming them, but we must set an example to help others get to heaven. Be a saint now. God bless.